Hello, my name is Richard Beecroft. I've had multiple sclerosis for over 40 years, and I want to just explain a few things about my MS and about my hopes um, for going to Cozumel to get the CCSVI angioplasty procedure done. Anyway, in 1976 was when I was diagnosed. I'd had MS for 6 years. I'd had quite severe symptoms. I've had from paralysis, partial paralysis, to complete paralysis, to the extreme fatigue and really bad balance. I've had almost all the symptoms you can think of, including neuralgia in the cheek, which has been so painful that I've actually passed out from the pain. Anyway, but what I want to say is that back in 1976, when I was diagnosed, I was very fortunate, because I'd been doing meditation, I'd been doing yoga, I'd had a specific diet, vegetarian diet and lifestyle, which are very conducive to maximum health, and it seemed to work for me. My MS was actually slowly, it took a couple of years, brought right back into remission. And even though I'd been diagnosed at the time with progressive MS, I somehow seemed to have slowed it right down, and it was sort of stopped in its tracks. Although I had a certain amount of damage, loss of balance, and many of the symptoms that we all have, including brain fog, which I'll get into a bit later. But in 1981, I was feeling so good about myself and so good about life that it was the International Year of Disabled Persons, and I wanted to do a project for that year and for MS. So I decided to tricycle across Canada. That's right. My balance was so poor that I was riding an adult-style tricycle. Anyway, I made it across the whole country. It took me 3.5 months, and it was fabulous. I was very ecstatic, euphoric at the end of the 3.5 months. So I felt very gratified that I'd helped a lot of people. I had given a lot of inspiration to people with MS, and getting forth a message which I knew I was going to spread over the next few years, and that would be stay active. You've got MS. I know that it can be a totally devastating thing, but stay as active as you can within your own potential. Don't give in. Just keep going, and yes, keeping a positive attitude too, because as you think, so shall ye be. So it's very important that we have positive thought and positive thought force. Anyway, at the end of the cross Canada tour, I didn't know what to do next, because I was at odds. I was at odd ends, and so I started researching, training, and preparing for a big adventure to cycle around the world. And that I did from 1983 to 1986, across 3 continents, 40,000 miles. It was the adventure of a lifetime for sure, and it was this time solely for MS. And I just had incredible experiences with MS people around the world, and inspiring and encouraging and hopefully uplifting others, because it uplifted me an awful lot to rise to my full potential, at least as much as I could. Anyway, after the tour was over, I just basically kept going. I started studying alternative health, because that had been so successful for me. I started a charity, and just about 4 years ago, I heard about this new treatment, CCSVI angioplasty, and I sort of thought, okay, it's another one of those treatments that comes and goes. But it didn't. It came and it stayed, and it got better and better and better. And so just recently I decided, okay, I'm going to have to do it myself. And what am I expecting? Well, I know a third of the people that get this angioplasty have dramatic results. Another third, mediocre results, and the other third, no results. Well, my feeling is that everybody gets really, really good results, because I feel that opening up the veins to the brain, I think it's going to put everybody's MS in remission. That's my personal feeling. Certainly, it's going to it wouldn't hurt to have your brain have the blood flowing through your brain again. Anyway, so when I go, I hope to go to Clinics of the Heart in Mexico. I'm going to go to Cozumel, and I just want to say thanks to Andre Braque. He has established a new way for people to get this treatment done who can't afford to do it themselves. I know so many of us. I mean, I'm in the same situation. We have very, very little money, but there was a raffle started by Andre, wherein all of the proceeds from the raffle, all of the proceeds, I say, go to the the MS person, perhaps, who has applied for the raffle. And that's how I'm going to make it there. And what I hope for when I get to Cozumel, well, I hope, again, my brain fog is lifted a bit, and maybe it'd be a bit easier to walk. Right now I can walk around the block, but I hope maybe I can walk around the block twice. Just some simple little things to improve the quality of my life. And I expect that probably will happen. Anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in, just listening to this, and I'll be making another tape when I get back. Thank you.